3, 2, 1. All right, good. So I have to accept being you. All right, everyone, especially those who may not know, my name is Cy Smith, coming to you from Gary, Indiana. I'm a Chicagoan by nature. Grew up in Chi-Town in the 90s when we had almost 1,000 murders. Every Monday is safety day to us. Every single Monday is safety day to us. We have on duty today, every third Monday of the month, 60621 zip code, which is the Inglewood neighborhood. That zip code is linked to Sudan in Africa. That's that flag right behind me. It's linked to New York City. Shout out to all our New York City people. It's linked to Saudi Arabia from a G20 perspective, and they manage all of our engineers, all of our tech people. So that's every third Monday. That's the structure I just gave you, and every third Monday makes it part of when you do something, which is the system. Okay, I said that because I wanted to really make sure that this video is informational. I'm coming to you to read to you some of the violence and what we need to do about it. I'm going to read to you a broader sector of violence, but I'm going to really hone in on Memphis, Tennessee. So just so you guys kind of get a feel for what's happening, a 27-year-old man shot to death walking down the street in Chicago at 1:20 in the morning. 38-year-old man shot to death in the Woodline neighborhood, 5:52 in the afternoon. 33-year-old man shot to death, 60619 Chatham on 79th Street. 57-year-old man shot to death at the laundromat, 4800 West on Chicago Avenue at 9:10 at night. 13-year-old shot to death in Miami Gardens. 34-year-old shot to death in Miami Gardens. Unknown person shot to death in Miami Gardens all last weekend. In New Orleans, we had an unknown man shot to death on Bourbon and Curriculique Street. We had a couple shot. The female passed away, 2500 block of Sonnet Street. Please pardon my butchering that. That's in New Orleans, 11:07 at night. The man was killed. Famous rapper in Memphis, Tennessee. We're going to talk about 47-year-old Mr. Mims was shot to death. They had 4:15, approximately 4:15 time frame. So I can go on and on with all the violence that we see in Black America. Every Monday is Safety Day, so I get this report on how we look at violence-wise across all of our 20 cities. I just did a video on my live to kind of get this organized in my head, how I wanted to do this video on record so that it can be captured in later. So right now, what's happening in Memphis, Tennessee, for those who don't know, famous rapper Young Dolph was murdered over a year ago, and this is believed to be payback. And I say believed to be, we don't know. I'm not sure people are going to raise their hand and admit to that. But for me, I personally believe, whether it's payback or not, that the people who are losing their sons, daughters, aunties, uncles, who didn't sign up for this lifestyle, I think it's very unfortunate for them. I think that we were put on this earth to do more than what we're doing right now. I think with the trauma that Black people suffer, that we can really go from 0 to 10 off of little things, and that we're ready to snap on GP. I think all those things are unfortunate. I'm going to present some stuff to you today that should be helpful, and I hope that we can connect. I'll give you guys my number several times throughout the video. So I just read to you the violence. The key, big picture, it's about lifestyle. And there's 3 components of our lifestyle: our habits, our schedule, and our network. That deals with your second nature behavior, what you do on GP. It deals with how you use time. Then it deals with who's in your orbit, who's in your network. And for us as Black people in this United States of America, we, just like our brothers and sisters all around the world, live in response to wannabe white supremacy. No matter if you're Oprah, who get challenged in famous stores, department stores overseas, whether you LeBron James, who worry every time his son leaves the driveway, or worry about the police, you don't escape this as it is. And for me, being a strategist and an organizer, what we had to do as Black people is we had to take back our narrative as Black people. We had to control our narrative, and we had to make certain that we build our own world inside the existing world. And that might sound like a lot, but it's been made simple and easy for you. So at the end of this video, you should say, I'm ready to join this building our own orbit, our own world, our own culture inside of this existing one, because we have been under attack our whole existence. So please know that there are people working against our interests every day. In Memphis, Tennessee, in particular, you have broke the record of murders. That is unacceptable. We should not be breaking the record of murders. And so it's just very, very, very sad what we're dealing with. So Chicago, Illinois, which is in the middle of the country, is the third largest city in America, has a structure and an area that we call Little Memphis, Tennessee. Let me say that again. People in Memphis, please know that Chicago has a Little Memphis. And I get it. Everyone is prideful about their neighborhood, their town, but please know this. This violence that you guys are dealing with in New Orleans is consistent with Philadelphia, Chicago, it's consistent with Detroit, Cleveland. No city, may be real clear, no city is going to be able to stop this violence on their own. No city. The National Guard isn't going to come in to stop the violence. If your definition of stopping the violence is gentrification, moving the people out, then yes, but that's not stopping the violence. That's moving the violence. It's not stopping it. And the reason we can't stop the violence is because you're talking about lifestyle. So the key for us, to me, is how do we build, and that's why I'm doing this video, how do we build out a structure? How do we build out processes or systems? And then that's going to have an impact on the individuals. I just gave you SSI, structure, systems, individual. 90% of the time, when we talk about the violence in Memphis and other places, we go right to the individual. We forget the structures and the systems. We go right to the individual. It's the parents. It's the education system. It's the police. It's always dealing with the individual. What we don't talk about is who are the structures behind this. And in Black America, we have Arab-owned businesses that don't want to see those businesses as Black-owned, i.e. gas stations, who don't want to see Black-owned gas stations, who don't want to see Black-owned corner stores, who don't want to see Black people controlling the economics from those two standpoints. That is a structural issue. No matter how you vote, no matter what you do, these people don't want to see Black people successful in that arena. That's structure. We can go to the Asian community, structure, and see what's working against us. Do you think the Asian community want to see Black-owned beauty supply stores, Black-owned massage parlors? They want to see Black-owned nails, nail salons. So of course they don't. They want to keep making money off of Black community, so they don't want to see us do well, because that means they stop making that money off of us. That's a structural issue. All right. Another one is the Hispanics, the Mexicans, cutting the grass in our neighborhood, doing construction, doing the roofing. Do you really think they want to see Black men doing the roofing, cutting the grass? No, it takes away from them. So it's a global anti-Black conspiracy, and it's been going on. But there are people who structurally are in position who don't want to see us do well. Some of these same people will go to school with you in Memphis. They'll be around you, and they are really listening for when it appears that you're waking up, and they're going to alert their forces about that. So please know, Memphis, you have structural challenges there. Now, systematic challenges is things like over-policing your zip code. That's when the structures sick the policies and the doers on you. So that's red light cameras in every Black neighborhood, not in the non-Black neighborhoods. That's the fines and fees targeting. That's the red line. Those are systems that attack, again, Black people, all right? And then individually is how we deal with it. So we see this violence and shooting. That's how we respond to the structures and systems that's constantly attacking us. So here's the good news. Here's the good news. There's a little Memphis in Chicago. And with this structure, this is what we have that's going to add value to Memphis. And the goal is this. Please know this, Memphis. The goal in Memphis is to help our people in Memphis get in formation. Get in formation. They don't have to stay in formation, but to get in formation at least twice a year. That's going to turn Memphis around when we get in formation twice a year. So I'm going to break this down. So Little Memphis took, and remember, habit, schedule, network, that's lifestyle. What I'm about to read to you is how we're going to turn things around. Before I do that, the shooting and killing that just happened with the famous rapper brother down there, please know this. that some things going to run its course. I'm more concerned about the masses of Memphis people than the small section of people who are destined to not let God use them and do things that's not going to be long-term successful for them. All right, we're going to do something called prevention, resources, enforcement. On that end, they're going to run their course. You got hotheads who they're soft behind is the only thing they're going to know. All right, so I'm going to say that. I'm more concerned about the masses of Memphis people who are sitting on the sidelines, not getting information. So think about it this way, and then I'm going to point this out to you guys, the 4 groups that I want to do. But think about it this way. When we get in that formation twice a year, we can get things done against structures and systems. When you individually doing your own thing, it's hard to fight against structures and systems. So please know that. And really, we got to build our own world, our own structures, and let our systems fight against their systems. System versus systems. But what have we built to give us sanctuary as Black people? So we took the medical district of Memphis and we gave that to all our scientists, our retired scientists in Memphis, our adult active scientists in Memphis, and our young people that want to grow up and become scientists. We took Binghamton, Memphis, and gave that to all our entertainers, whether it's singing, dancing, acting, sports. We took the Heights, Memphis, and gave that to all our police and firefighters, children that want to become police and firefighters. North Memphis, we gave them all judges in Memphis, retirees, adults, and youth judges. Downtown Memphis, we gave that to the lawyers, including the retired lawyers and children that want to grow up and become lawyers. Fraser, we gave that to the chefs and the caterers. We took Cooper Young and gave that to all construction, carpenter, bricklayers, plumbers, auto mechanics, you name it. Retirees, adults, and youth in construction. Cooper Young is going to cover that. South Memphis, we gave that to all veterinarians, all those who care for animals, pets. That's South Memphis. Central Gardens, we gave that to technology and engineers. They're going to manage all our retired tech people, retired engineers, young people that want to get in technology and engineering. We gave Whitehaven our business district, all those risk takers, entrepreneurs, gave that to Whitehaven. We gave Midtown all farming. Farming is big. There's an attack on Black farmers that's been going on for way too long. So identifying our retired farmers, our active farmers, and our young people that want to be farmers, and making sure Midtown has that list. We gave South Riverdale our politician area, dealing with all our voter registrations and elected officials. We gave Orange Mound our travel district. Please know this. I really believe that vibrancy is going to create jobs and is going to create travel opportunities for our people. When our people travel, it broadens their whole way of thinking. So travel is so important. And we gave Orange Mound that task of keeping up with all our travel agents and people wanting to travel. East Memphis, we gave that to all our teachers in Memphis, retirees, adults, and youth teachers. And we gave Belle Claire all of our investigative services. So all the unsolved cases in Memphis, all those detectives, we gave that to Belle Claire, all of our missing women and men. We gave Raleigh our nursing. So all Memphis nurses, we're going to go to Raleigh. Cordova, we gave that to all our doctors and dentists. We gave all of our arts and design over to Oak Haven. We gave Winddyke all of our sales and marketing. And we gave Parkway Village all of our book authors and administration. I just read to you 20 areas that Little Memphis and Chicago put together for Big Memphis, you guys in Big Memphis. Why does this matter? Remember I said we're up against SSI structures, systems, and then individuals. I just gave you structure out of this world. That is structure. That means every profession, you heard me name it, from retirees, adults, and youth, for every profession has a place to go. That's structure. It starts with structure. The young people you see smash and grab, acting a fool, what is their structure in their life? You're going to see a breakdown there. I just gave you guys structure. That's the structure we want to enact. I tried to meet with your mayor March 23rd of last year. Didn't work. Now you have a new mayor. We'll see if that new mayor is willing to meet with us to take this little Memphis structure and get it going in real Memphis so that the young people there can have travel, they can have jobs. Okay, so that's a big, big deal. Now, here's the 4 types of people that I think is important to know, because we're looking at the retaliation that is underway or maybe underway in Memphis. as a whole right now, and I think when President Obama got elected in '08, I knew this was dangerous because you had black thugs, black street guys with hope. And most of the time they stay closed fists so they can't be vulnerable and hurt. So when they was open and wishing for a black man and then nothing came out of that tangible, that made them go into epic mode. So when you see all this smash and grabs and young people wilding out, it's anger there. It's not just about jobs. There's some anger there. It's the fact that now white men are selling marijuana and their fathers went to jail for marijuana. There's some anger there. It's not just about the economics. So we got to know that. And the path forward for them, just like jail takes them and send them out of state, send them away, travel, involuntary travel. That's why we got to have Little Memphis. That's why we got to have 20 cities, because we got to have travel apparatus to get our people out of the concrete jungle, out of the contaminated area, so they can think clearly and get the treatment they need to be the better version of themselves. So here's the 4 people. So you have the elite Memphis people. We're not worried about them. The elite Memphis people, the ultra rich and connected, we're not worried about them. You have the comfortable Memphis people who are comfortable, economically comfortable. Okay. You have the day-to-day Memphis people, day-to-day, they go to work, they find a way every day to make it. Then you got the bad shape Memphis people. So when you watch the video, you say, oh, Memphis, we can talk about how to deal with these gangs and drugs. That's last. The first thing is to deal with the masses who are not involved at all, who's not in no formation. That's where your power is. That's where the numbers is. That's where the strength is. The bad shape blacks, they are consumers. They will drain your energy. They'll drain everything you have. So you got to make sure you bulk up on the comfortable blacks, day-to-day blacks, to then go collectively and deal with the bad shape blacks. And hopefully the bad shape blacks is just a temporary phase. But some of them been a generational bad shape. It's been passed down. So that's why you want to not go and drain all your energy on the bad shape Memphis blacks for now. Let's bulk up with all those other blacks who are strong, vibrant, get them in formation, so then we can go with structure and system and deal with the bad shape black behavior individuals. So I just wanted to make sure we knew SSI, want to make sure we know the 4 groups of black people, the elite, the comfortable, the day-to-day, and the bad shape blacks. Want to make sure you guys know it's prevention, resources, enforcement. So when we talk about stopping the violence out here, you can put a tank on every corner. That has nothing to do with the person's habits, schedule, and network. That's what we got to build up. Remember, I said travel is critical. Travel is going to allow them to build a network in their lifestyle. The more people you meet that's influential can influence your lifestyle. You're around a bunch of people that's negative, that can influence your lifestyle. So that's why Memphis, please don't think you can stop this violence by yourself. This is a national problem. You're not going to fix this on your own. No city is stopping it on their own. They might be gentrifying it, but that ain't stopping it. That's just moving. So to all my Memphis people, these are the schools that we need help on right away. All right. Fox Meadows Elementary, 2960 Emerald. Frazier Elementary, 1602 Dalewood Avenue. Raleigh Egypt Middle School, 4215 Alice Ann Drive. I got Frazier High School, 1530 Dalewood or MLK. Not sure which of those two. But inside those schools are our young people that want to become chefs, caterers, judges, police, want to become farmers. And that's why we want to make sure that we get in those schools and make sure that they know those professions and where they're linked to. Now, our business community holds the key. So if you're a Memphis business person, please listen at this. We have Ball, Horgert's Barbecue. We got African Place. We got Daffy Duck Learning. We have Eastman Tires, Custom Rims and Tires, Candyland, Eco Clean Cars, E1E Apparel, Elite Tires, Envy Boutique, Executive Car Wash. We have Chew Restaurant, Big City Donuts, Gibson Tires down there in Memphis, J.C. Felt Ford and Sons Funeral Home, Jerry Hair Care, Justin Ford Funeral Home, Just for the Little People, JB Lounge, Catch 22, MJ Funeral Homes, M&M Car Washes. We have Millionaire Grind. We have Major Pieces, Mississippi Store, Memphis Children, Oasis Lounge. We got Orange Mountain Grill. We got Payne's Barbecue, R&S Lewis and Sons Funeral Home, R. Bernard Funerals, Bridgeway KinderCare, Ron's Crown Beauty. We have Smiling Faces Home Care. We have Soul Food and More, Soul Cafe. We have AAA Tires. We have TNT Martial Arts. We have Del Flores Auto Body, Johnny's Auto Detail, Kodak Barbershop. We have Collins Barbershop and Style, Washington Cuts and Care, Milton Barbershop. We have Ernestine Beauty Salon. We have Enchantment Beauty Salon, Dorothy's Beauty Salon, Memphis Best Soul Food, Evelyn and Olive Restaurant, and Four-Way Soul Food. I just read to you 50 Memphis businesses that hold the key to everything I just talked about. And we had to build a relationship with our business owners. Part of that structure is every Wednesday, economic day. Don't spend money with people who don't look like us, who don't care about our day-to-day struggles. Spend the money with people like us. Circulate or supplicate. Circulate with those black businesses. Let's get those black businesses to agree to work with us. The structure, the new structure for Memphis looks like this. All barbershops, all judges, and lawyers being linked to 8th graders. Think about what that does to that 14-year-old who's out robbing and doing things when they got a judge, a lawyer, and a barber putting resources to make sure that they can travel and see a broader world. That's going to impact them. All police officers, detectives are linked to landscapers, are linked to 4th graders. Imagine what that does to that 9-year-old when you got police, you got landscapers all invested in you. All Marine veterans, all restaurant owners and carpenters got 3rd graders. That's the new Memphis structure. That structure is going to put a parent in position to have this much financial help and academic help and mentorship help in the lives of our children in 3rd grade when they lawmakers start looking at whether the test scores tell them to build new prisons. Our Marines, our carpenters, and our restaurant owners get to impact that. So all I'm sharing with you guys is Memphis is not about to stop this violence on their own, that you have to have a philosophy, you have to have a toolkit. I just read to you some of the important stuff. I just gave it to you. But what I'm saying is let's connect. My number is 312 area code 405-8844 so we can really put this into practice and really see Memphis become integrated, see Memphis be coordinated, see Memphis with vibrancy in the businesses. All those young people wilding out, we hold them accountable, but then we get them in position to be all they can be. And also, Memphis, you guys are linked to Nigeria in Africa. So thanks for watching. Again, I think I covered exactly what I wanted to. I gave you the business plan, what we're going to do. I told you the schools we're trying to get in. I read to you those 50 black businesses that we want to get to pull money together to create this travel apparatus for them. And it's just go time. Because unfortunately, there are spirits out there thinking about retaliation, doing retaliation. And the quicker we can get the comfortable blacks and the day-to-day blacks to do this, get in alignment, the bad shape blacks will have layers of support. All right, thanks.